Welcome back to a new episode. Jin has always been observant when it came to his family, and now, as he watched them sit silently at the dinner table, barely touching his food, Jin knew something was wrong. Things usual bright smile was missing. His eyes, once filled with excitement, now held a sadness Jin couldn't ignore. Later that night, when everyone had gone to bed, Jin softly thick and we talked. Taehyung looked up from his bed, hesitant for a moment. Before nodding, Jin sat beside him, gently placing a hand on Taehyung's shoulder. Jin, you have been different these past few days. What's wrong, Tae? Taehyung bit his lips, struggling to find the right words. But in the end, his heart spoke for him. Taehyung whispering amazed Jungkook Hyung. Jin's heart raced at the raw emotion in Taehyung's voice trembling. I thought he would call, I thought he would come to see me, but he didn't. He just let me go. Emma, tears welled up in Taehyung's eyes and Jane quickly pulled him into his comforting hug. Jane, gently, do you love him? Taehyung frozen. He has confessed to Jungkook before they had kissed. They had promised love each other, and yet Jungkook still didn't come. Think softly, I do, Emma. I love him so much, but maybe he doesn't want me anymore. Jin pulled back, looking straight into Taehyung's teary eyes. Jin, Jungkook loves you, Taehyung. I can say it. If he is staying away, it's not because he stopped loving you, it's because he is a friend. Taehyung clenched his fist. Then why isn't he fighting for us? Jin sighed, rubbing his baby's back. Jin, because sometimes when people love someone too much, they think letting them go in the best way to protect them. Taehyung shook his head. Taehyung, I don't need protection from him, I need him. Jin smiled softly. Jin, then let's bring him back. Calling Jungkook, Jin wasted no time. He told Namjoon everything, and together they decided to bring Jungkook to the Kim mansion. Namjoon had to call himself. Jungkook picked up after one ring. Jungkook quietly, boss. Namjoon didn't waste any time. Namjoon came to the Kim mansion tomorrow morning. It's an order. Jungkook hesitated. Jungkook, why? Namjoon, because someone here is waiting for you. Jungkook's breath inches, his fingers tighten around the phone. Jungkook, Taehyung. Namjoon firmly, just come, and then he hung up. Jungkook sat in the silence, staring at his phone. His heart was racing. Was this it? Would he finally see Taehyung again? Would Taehyung still want him? With the daybreak, Jungkook made his decision. He was not going to meet him or call him because Jungkook had already hurt him and he did not want to do it again. The next morning, Jungkook stood in front of the Kim mansion. His hands were sweaty. His heart was pounding. It has been days. Days without Taehyung's voice, without his touch, without his warmth, and now standing here, Jungkook felt more nervous than he had ever felt in his life. The large doors opened, and there stood Taehyung. The moment their eyes met, Jungkook felt his breath hinge. Taehyung looked at him with wide, teary eyes, and then Taehyung ran straight into Jungkook's arm. Taehyung crying, Hyung. Jungkook's arm wrapped tightly around him, his own eyes burning with tears. Unshed tears. Taehyung sobbed against Jungkook's chest, gripping his shirt tightly. Taehyung was shaking. Why didn't you call me? Why didn't you come to see me? Jungkook closed his eyes, inhaling Taehyung. Jungkook whispering, because I was scared. I thought you wouldn't want me anymore. I thought I hurt you enough. I didn't want to do it again. Taehyung pulled back slightly, looking into Jungkook's eyes with pure emotion. Taehyung, idiot. I love you. I always have. Jungkook let out a breath he didn't know he was holding. And before he could stop himself, he caught Taehyung's face and kissed him softly, desperate for love. Loving Taehyung melted into the kiss, tears still falling, but his heart finally felt whole again. When they pulled apart, Taehyung rested his forehead against Jungkook's. Taehyung softly promised me you wouldn't ever leave me again. Jungkook smiled, wiping Taehyung's tears. Jungkook never, I promise. After the emotional reunion, the Kim family sat in the grand living room. Taehyung was holding Jungkook's hand tightly, refusing to let go for a second, but Namjoon's sharp gaze was fixing on Jungkook. There was a relief in his eyes, but also anger. Namjoon, seriously, why didn't you tell us about Taehyung before Jungkook? Jungkook swelled hard. He knew this moment was coming slowly. He looked up at Namjoon and spoke with honesty. Jungkook, because at first I didn't know about the truth after him being your son, and when I found out, I didn't want to let him go. I was afraid to lose him. Everyone went silent. Jin and Jimin watched carefully, waiting for Namjoon's reaction. Jungkook took a deep breath and continued. Jungkook, I found him that day barely in once. He was there at the down road from mountain, and you all were at mountain road, so I did not know about you all. I didn't know who Thay was, but I knew I had to save him. He looked at Taehyung, squeezing his hand gently. Jungkook, I took care of him, I raised him, and when I finally found out the truth, I was scared that if I told you, Jungkook turned back, looked at Namjoon, his voice from Jungkook. I was selfish, I admit it, but I don't regret loving him. Namjoon exhaled, leaning back in his seat. His jaw was tight, his hand clenching to fist. For a moment, no one spoke. Then Namjoon, you kept my baby away from me for years. Jungkook lowered his head. Namjoon, but Jungkook looked up. Namjoon softly, you also saved his life. Jin nodded in agreement. Jin, you protected him when we couldn't. Namjoon sat finally, relaxing in his shoulder. Namjoon, I should be furious, but I can't ignore everything you did for Taehyung. Jungkook was speechless. Namjoon, I wouldn't say I fully forgive you yet, but I can't hate the man who saved my son. Jungkook let out a breath. He didn't realize he was holding Taehyung's eyes filled with tears. Taehyung softly, thank you, Appa. Namjoon glanced at Taehyung and gave us a small smile. Namjoon, don't thank me, just be happy. Thay. Acceptance of their love. Jin cleared his throat, smiling warmly at the couple. Jin, so you two are together now? Taehyung blushed, but nodded. Jungkook, on the other hand, smiled proudly. Jungkook, yes, Taehyung is mine. Jimin rolled his eyes. Jimin, yeah, we get it, lover boy. Jin clenches before turning serious again. Jin, then Jungkook, I need to ask you something. Jungkook straightened up. Jin, will you always love and protect my baby? My little baby. Jungkook looked at Taehyung with pure love in his eyes. Jungkook, I swear it. I will never leave him. I will protect him with my life. Taehyung felt his heart burst with happiness. Jin smiled, satisfied with the answer. Jin, then welcome to the family, Jungkook. Taehyung gasped in surprise. Jungkook's eyes widened. Jungkook, what, Jin? I know Taehyung. If you are not with him, he will be sad, and if he is sad, I wouldn't be able to live peacefully. Namjoon clenched. Namjoon, what he is saying is, we don't want to separate you two. Jimin grenade. Jimin, so Jungkook moved in with us. Jungkook blinked his look at Taehyung, who was staring at him with hopeful eyes. Taehyung, will you? Jungkook swelled hard. He never expected this. He thought he would always be an outsider in Taehyung's world, but now they are offering him in a place in their family, a place by Taehyung's side. Jungkook's lips curled into a soft smile. He gently cupped Taehyung's face, brushing his thumb. Jungkook whispering, I will go anywhere as long as I'm with you. Taehyung beamed, his heart filled with joy. Jin clapped his hands, saying, then it's settled. Jungkook is moving in. Jimin smiled. Jimin, I bet Taehyung wouldn't let him sleep alone now. Taehyung blushing, yeah. Jimin Hyung. Everyone laughed. The warmth of families surrounding them. For the first time in a long time, Taehyung felt complete, and Jungkook, he finally had a home, and not just in Kim Min-sun but in Taehyung's heart. The Kim Min-sun was filled with a bittersweet atmosphere. Jimin was packing his bags, getting ready to leave for California with Yoongi. Ji So, on the other hand, was preparing to move in with Hoseok. Taehyung sat on Jimin's bed, hugging a pillow tightly. His lips were parted and his eyes were slightly teary. Taehyung winning. Do you really have to leave? Young Jimin clenches, sitting beside Taehyung and ruffling his hair. Jimin, you have Jungkook now. You wouldn't ever miss me. Taehyung, that's not true. You are my best friend. Jimin smiled fondly. I will always be one call away, and who knows, maybe I will come visit often. Taehyung pouted but nodded. Meanwhile, in the other room, Jisoo was hugging Jin tightly. Jisoo, don't cry, Emma. Jin sniffed dramatically. Jin, how can I not cry? My little baby is leaving me for Hoseok. Hoseok, who was standing beside Jisoo, clenched. Hoseok, I will take care of her. I promise. Jin wiped his break tears and sighed. Jin, fine, but if she cries even once, I will break your legs. Hoseok coughed. Jisoo rolled her eyes and hugged Jin again. Taehyung and Jungkook came to see them off. As Jimin and Jisoo left Taehyung softly, it feels so important as Jungkook kissed the back of his hand. Jungkook, you still have me. Taehyung looked up at him and smiled. Yes, he still has Jungkook. Namjoon's decision. Few days after Jimin and Jisoo left, Namjoon called Jungkook to the study. Jungkook entered the room, his expression serious. Jungkook, you want to see me, sir? Namjoon leaned back on the chair, studying Jungkook carefully. After a long silence, he finally spoke. Namjoon, I'm stepping down. As the Mafia boss, Jungkook's eyes widened slightly, but he remained silent. Waiting for Namjoon to continue. Namjoon, Jimin is gone, Jisoo is gone. I only have Taehyung left, but Namjoon, Taehyung is too soft-hearted. He can't handle this world. Jungkook clenched his fist. He knew that was true. Taehyung was a pure heart, had a pure heart, a world of violence, power, struggle, and danger wasn't meant for him. Namjoon, I need someone I trust to take over. Jungkook's breathing changes. Namjoon's eyes locked onto his. Namjoon, Jungkook, I want you to be the next Mafia boss. Jungkook's heart pondered. He has been in the Mafia world since he was a teenager, but he had never imagined taking over the entire empire. Jungkook hesitated. Are you sure? Namjoon nodded. Namjoon, you are the only one capable enough. Namjoon, you love him. I know you will do anything to protect him. If you will not take over the place, they will have to, and it is not good for him. Jungkook clenched his jaw. Yes, he would do anything to protect him, even if it meant stepping into a dark world darker than he ever imagined. Jungkook, if I take over, what will you do? Namjoon clenched. Namjoon, I will focus on the legal business and spend time with my family. For the first time, Namjoon looked at peace. Jungkook said, running a hand through his hair. Jungkook, fine, I will do it. Namjoon smiled. Namjoon, good, because the underworld is already waiting for the their new king, Taehyung. What were you talking about with Jonappa today? Jungkook stiffened for a moment before sighing. He didn't want to hide things from Jungkook. Junappa wants me to take over the Mafia. Taehyung immediately set up his eyes wide. Taehyung, what? Jungkook pulled him back down, hugging him tightly. Jungkook, it's the only way to protect you. Taehyung's eyes soft Taehyung, but Hyung, wouldn't it be dangerous? Jungkook clenched, kissing his forehead. Jungkook, it's always been dangerous, but I can handle it. Taehyung bit his lips. He didn't want Jungkook to be in danger, but he also knew that Jungkook was strong, stronger than anyone he had ever known. The Taehyung softly promised me you wouldn't let this world change you. Jungkook smiled, pressing a kiss to Taehyung's lips. Jungkook, I promise, no matter what, I will always be your Jungkook. Taehyung melted into the kiss, holding on to Jungkook tightly. No matter what happened next, they would face it together. To be continued. Everyone, in the next episode, I will be the last episode of this story. Hope you will enjoy it, and I'm going to work another requested story, and that is going to be one shot. So hope you will enjoy that too. See you again. Bye bye. Love you. Bye.